Hello everyone, my name is Maika, and in this video I'm going to set up my Hobonichi Avec Journal, the one from July to December. This is my first Hobonichi journal that is dated, and I'm very excited to be doing daily creative journaling on these pages. So far this year I have really enjoyed writing daily in my Hobonichi 5 year, and so I figured, since I'm enjoying that so much, why not try doing it in this book with a whole A6 page for one day rather than just the little sliver in the 5 year. And so yeah, I'm really excited. I am gonna approach this with no pressure, just having fun, having playtime. Like if I don't have anything to write on a day, I'm just gonna collage on it, sketch on it, come back to it later and just fill it in with something more about what I'm doing recently or currently reading, or just any kind of list that I can fill in over time. So yeah, there's absolutely no pressure involved, I think. At least that's how I'm hopefully going to feel about it. So yeah, a lot of just playtime, me time, having fun with this little book is what I'm going for. But in this video, I also want to share with you how I'm going to use some of these other pages besides the daily dated ones, because those I obviously going to fill in over time. But there's a couple of things here at the beginning, like these monthly overviews. I'm going to share with you how I'm going to use that and set some of this up and talk to you about this. So yeah, let's get into it. First up, I don't think I'm going to decorate the cover, simply because I'm going to slip it into a cover, and so this is not going to be visible, so I'm going to leave that for now. And so this would be the first page that shows up when you open the journal. And so I thought, why not put something on there that's happy, that's just gonna put me in the mood to create and feel good. And so I have these big dodolulu stickers, and I think that would just, you know, be wonderful to have on here. I've been hoarding these. Which one to choose? I like these two ladies just walking together, but there's also these two hugging, so that's nice. I mean, they're all nice. They're just so beautiful. Dodolulu is definitely an illustrator whose work I just adore, and every time there's new things that come out, I buy them. Yeah, because everything is just so gorgeous. She recently came out with printables on her website, which I can also highly recommend. Well, I say printables, but it's actually, they're meant to be digital stickers, so if you're planning digitally, but I've found that you can also print them out, especially if you have a way to make them a little bigger in size, like on Photoshop. But yeah, I'll have that linked below if you're curious and want to check that out. Oh, might have gotten a little wrinkled, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it, right? This is all about just being in the moment and sticking fun things down. Okay, well, that's a good start, I think. And then they're gonna greet me every time I open the journal. That's fun. And so I already put this sticker down when I received the planner or journal, notebook, whatever you want to call it. I actually wonder if, because this is supposed to be a planner, if more people use it as an actual planner, or if more people have found it so great for a journal. I would be curious to know. But yeah, I stuck her down already, so I'm gonna leave it at that. These are just views. So with this overview of the months, I'm going to use this as a tracker, which I think a lot of people do. And I've decided to use it as a wellness tracker. So everything for self-care and feeling good. I think that would be lovely, a lovely way to use this. And so I think, let me just grab a pen here, a tiny pen, because this is going to be tiny to write in. I think I'm going to track my water. So I'm just going to write water here as a category. And then I'm going to track movement, because I definitely need to move my body more, just get up more, don't sit all day. And then I think I'm going to do filling my cup, and that is a long word. So maybe I'll just draw an icon of a little cup. So that could be things like sketching or journaling, but also could be reading something lovely or interesting. And so then every day I can just do a sort of, I think I'm going to do a traffic light approach to this. So for example, I'm not going to mark how much water I drank, but just in general, have I paid attention to drinking enough water? And then just do it on a scale of green, orange, red. And the same for movement. Have I moved? If I've not moved at all day, then that would be a red, and so on and so forth. And the same with the mug. And then it might be nice to see sort of how green can I be about this. And then I would still have some space here to also come up with some other categories, but I think I'm going to start with that for now, because yeah, I'm new to tracking, and who knows if I'm going to like that or not. Again, I'm not trying to start this journal to stress myself out. It's supposed to be something fun and useful and enjoyable. So I'm going to start with that, and then we'll see how that goes. And then the monthly views, which, yeah, I could have started in June, I guess, but I got it in the middle of June, and then I didn't want to do something with half the month and then the other half of the month was already over. So we're going to start in July, which is a couple of days away. And I think with this, I want to do a doodle a day. And so I'm just going to pick something that sort of stands out to me the most, I guess, about that day, and just do a quick little doodle. At least that's what I'm going to try out in July and see if that's too much work or if it's too vague. One other idea I had was to do a mood tracker, and one could obviously combine the two. Just do a doodle about your mood each day, just do like a little smiley face. And so, yeah, I'll play around with that and definitely will keep you updated. But that means there's nothing else to do about this here for now. So then let's skip all the other months until we get to this turning the page. And with this double spread, at first I was like, well, let's do a vision board. But then that seemed a little too, well, I don't know. I don't know. It started to feel a little too much like, oh, now I have to come up with all these things that I want to accomplish. So again, too much pressure, too much stress for right now, personally. And so I decided to make just a little happy page. So similar to this sticker here, why not put stuff down that just makes me happy and maybe represents things that I care about and that I hope will be part of my life, or will stay part of my life. So yeah, I thought that was a really fun idea. So let's maybe do that together. I pulled out some stickers and ephemera pieces. Most of this is from Cat Collage Club, which if you're new here, I design cat-themed journal printables every month. I have that linked below if you want to check that out. So I have that here. I pulled out some patterned papers to use, which is fun. And then some other bits. I have some floral printouts from Erin Ware's Patreon. Those are fun to use and very joyful and happy, and some of her other printables, which are nice to combine with the cats because she, again, does a lot of florals and patterns and things like that. So that should be fun. And then recently I found this Moomin sheet. I don't know how to call it. I think these were once sort of little things to cut out and use, but somebody had posted a photo of it, and so I decided to print it out from Pinterest. So these are kind of fun, so I thought maybe these would be nice to use as well. Okay, so let's see here. What have we got? So I definitely want to use these two cats because I'm thinking of this as me and my husband just having a walk, chatting, and that definitely is something that brings me joy. And then I also took out 2 pictures of me, just simply because I thought that would be fun to look back on, one with my journal and one holding my baby niece. So that's really lovely. So that I definitely think I want to have that on here. And we have also this piece of these 2 characters walking in the forest, which I think is just so lovely. I love taking walks among trees. I think this pattern piece of paper is from a Flow magazine. Maybe we put that down there. We could shorten that a little bit. Oh, I could rip it too, make that have a little bit of an organic edge, and then it's almost as if there was like flowers that are growing, like so. And then we could even use bits of this up here somewhere and get that going on the other side too. I don't know, that feels a little forced there, so maybe not. Let's see. Some beautiful flowers here. I've been really enjoying printing these on transparent sticker paper, because then it just sort of melts together so much. Like the elements, it's a nice way to bring elements together. And then Erin also recently made these sort of washi strips with patterns that she's been creating. So let's see here. Maybe we want to bring some patterns in here. Oh, that's cute too, that orange. Or some greens here. Yeah. Okay. What else? We have some kitties. So do you keep a daily journal? Are you considering starting a daily journal? I've definitely been thinking about this for a while. Like I said, I eased into it with the 5-year journal. And then when Hobonichi had their April releases, I was considering getting one. But I held off because then I was like, well, if I do like it, then what happens then? Like then I'm on the April schedule, and most of the releases are coming in at the beginning of September for starting in January, and I didn't want to miss that. And so, yeah, I waited until now. I don't think I even realized that they came out with the July to December Hobonichi Avec on its own, as its own product, which is, yeah, just a great way to, I think, try out this daily journaling or a Hobonichi. But I don't know how to. Now I cornered myself in a little bit here with my pieces, although I do like this. I also, I guess, could consider not finishing off the page and then I can add over time. Could do that too. So yeah, I thought this, if you just buy the 1/2 of the Avec, that it would be cheaper even than it was, but yeah, maybe not. And so I'm also curious, they do have the July through December as a single book. I've never seen the January through June sold individually though, so I don't know how that works. Like, do they just make more of the second half of the book to be able to sell it individually? Or is this repackaged from all the Avec, you know, combos that they haven't sold, so they just take one out so that they don't have to throw that out? But that seems unlikely that they would do it that way. Let's look at some of those movements. Maybe Snufkin? Snufkin could be fun here. I just really wanted this on there too. I also have my wonderful PET tapes. Oh, this came, I guess I already cut that off. Could put some of these wonderful florals on here. Like that cute house. Yeah, something like that maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. And there it is, all glued down. I think that turned out really cute, even though that was really spontaneous. I feel like it definitely does what I wanted it to do, which it brings a smile to my face. And there's a couple things where even though it's just simple images, they really mean a lot to me. So yeah, that is definitely, that was quite a success. So yeah, and then we turn the page. And every month, if you're unfamiliar with the Hobonichi layout, every month starts with this sort of like monthly cover page. And at first I was just gonna decorate it, just have a fun little collage to represent the month. But then I was like, well, but it would also be really nice to have a page of monthly highlights. And of course, then you would have the highlights before you get into the month. which, you know, you could decorate the page and then fill it out as you go. But then if you, once you look back on it, if you pull this journal out, you know, in a couple of years, then it's almost a little bit like a spoiler of the month. I don't know. I might be overthinking this. But I was like, well, or I just cover up the month with a printable, and then I can just put the previous month's highlight. So for the July cover page, I would do the June highlights. And then the only thing you have to worry about, of course, is the December page, because there is no extra page there for going into January. But I could either just cover up this timetable, which I'm not going to use anyway, or I'm just going to go and do December highlights on December 31st and just wrap up the year that way, which would also be nice. So I think I'm going to do the previous month's highlight on the monthly cover pages, if that makes sense. And I think I'm just gonna try and use, at least for the June highlights, I'm gonna use some of my Cat Collage Club collage elements from June. I thought that might be nice. And, oh, I'm liking this girly here, laying on in the flowers, and then we have the June, which we can cover that up, and then we have a couple of these flower bitsies here, which we could maybe sprinkle around, not sure. And then I could write highlights in this, in this box, and make that all kind of go together. Not sure if the flowers are a little bit too much, or maybe just one. And then we can cover the writing with some floral washi maybe. This is my favorite washi. I use it all the time. This is from Baumkuchen, one of their original washis. It's so pretty and I use it all the time. There's just something about the blush background color and then the pretty florals. It just goes with so many things. And then I like how it just creates that little bit of a meadow feel whenever you stick that down on a page. I could also do, if I don't find that I'm liking doing the highlights, I could do a currently page and just write out what I'm currently reading or watching or thinking about, and sort of create a snapshot of the month that way. But that's all stuff I think that I'm just gonna figure out while doing it. I don't know what to do with that page yet. That's just, I could create some sort of list that I could keep throughout the next 6 months. If you have any ideas, let me know, this page here. Or tell me what you're doing with that, if you are also keeping Hobonichi. Do I put the flower in front or in the back? Probably put it in the front of the label. Oh, I'm putting putting glue on that, but I think that's just printed on sticker paper already. I often use like a craft knife or scissors to start peeling the sticker off, but this one won't. Oh, there it is. Ha! There it goes. Okay, so then we just put that somewhere here, and then I still have plenty of space to create my list. Very cute. Let me know what you're doing with these monthly cover pages. Are you using that to just make a little cute cover for the month, or do you also do some like currently lists? I'd love to know. And I mean, hopefully this gives you inspiration on how to use some of these pages, or we can pool ideas in the comments. That would be kind of fun. So yeah, I'm not gonna fill that out because we still have a couple of days of June left, and so who knows, maybe there's a highlight day in there as well. So I'm gonna leave that blank and fill that out later. Yeah, and then it goes into the dailies, which I'm so excited for. And then at the end, there's the My 100 list, which I also couldn't wait to start already. I'm gonna keep track of the books I'm reading this year. And so far, I haven't done many, but the beginning of my year was very, very busy. So I've only recently started to have time again for reading. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll get to 25. But at least I have a list somewhere, which is kind of fun. I was also thinking of maybe this side doing the fiction books and then use the other side for nonfiction. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. Oh yes, and then I want to move into the cover, or put a cover on this. I have this, I bought that last year in the last year's Hobonichi release. My camera has been having some crazy autofocus issues, which I'm not sure about why. This is a cover from last year's release. This is the Willow Tree, I think that's what it was called, color combo with the beautiful sage green, minty green on the inside and this brown on the outside. So very pretty. So I think I'm gonna have that in here. Just slip that in and slip the front in here. Oh my goodness. Don't break. Okay, there we go. And then for just having some cute stuff in the pockets, I figured I'd put in a picture of my niece sleeping on my arm when I visited her. She's grown so much already. And then we have a little cat with a flower. I thought that might be cute in here. And then how about Moom and Papa riding? That could be cute there. Like that. Cute. And then I have multiple cute things greeting me whenever I sit down to journal. That's gonna put me in a really good mood. Alrighty, I think that's it. Again, with these here, I'll keep you posted on how I'm doing with the daily doodles and my daily pages. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow along with me on my trial on daily journaling and for any other creative journaling endeavors. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, and until next time, happy journaling!